just see. Yeah. Again, I just came back. But okay, so hello Mars and hello everyone else.
Hello.
Here we are once again on our Wednesday, 7 p.m. Danish time. Time to talk about some more arm wrestling. We just had a big tournament, East versus West. So we have plenty of results to talk about.
Right.
And what did you think, Mars? Where did you watch it?
I mean, I watched it with the same guys as last time at Mess's place. So,
Uh-huh. So how
yeah,
was the atmosphere? Like, did
it
you
was good.
all enjoy it?
We wanted to, because Mess lives right next to our club, so we wanted to bring a table up there. We'd done that the last time on the balcony, but the club was closed for some reason, so I had to bring my table from home. So that was a bit annoying, but it was good. It's fun. It was a bit less fun for me because I was a bit half sick still, so but I could not go and watch, right? So I was just sitting there really.
So you were a bit
yeah.
I see.
But it was all right. I mean, like the matches were good, right? I mean,
well, it's hard to tell for me because I was busy. I didn't care too much.
No. How was it from the front row?
Well, I was done with my match, and then
You went after pulling?
I focused more on after pulling. Didn't really.
Cool.
As I remember, most of the matches were a bit one-sided, right?
That's what
I heard. Some people were complaining about it.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. Yeah, I mean, I still think they were interesting.
To me, yeah, I feel like for most of the fans, I think it doesn't really matter if it's one-sided or not, because as long as you kind of know the level of the athletes, maybe it's just quite impressive if someone wins easily.
Yeah, it's just for me. It's also just the enticement, like leading up to the matches, right? You're like wondering, how is it gonna end up? Like we were wondering if you're gonna have trouble with Christo, and seemed like you had no trouble at all. Like I was sitting there and I was thinking, like after the first round, there was like no way, like.
Mm-hmm.
And,
so yeah.
And you even okay. So maybe let's start with the matches, maybe. Right.
Sure.
So your match, you seem
to like. Should I put it on the screen?
Yeah, we can put it on the screen, maybe. Yeah. Maybe can you zoom in if you like do the Control Plus? So maybe it only has yours. Yeah, maybe that's good.
Doesn't really let me do that too much.
Okay, maybe that's better.
Okay, maybe. What if I scroll down later on? Okay, that's good enough.
That's good, right? Yeah. So okay, maybe not.
Wait a second. Maybe not. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So your match, I mean.
Or maybe wait a second. Let me do another trick.
Yeah, that's good.
I think this is better. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe you should give your take on it first, right? How did it go as planned, or because I was not expecting you to like let him.
Or maybe you first of all you give me your opinions,
right?
And then so later on
I was a bit scared for you at the start, right? Because if you get caught in that hook of his, could be dangerous. I think I said to the guys, I think maybe he could catch you outside of the strap one time, like and get you in a hook.
That's also possible. Yeah.
So I was guessing like 3-1 maybe. But
and yeah, he did well. Just recently, he did so well, right? He kept winning these tournaments, and so
seemed like he was going up, right? Getting
So even I thought like, okay, this guy might be in a good shape.
Yeah. So yeah, and then after the first goal, you stop, right?
Yeah, I couldn't. I just kept smiling because I felt like I immediately felt like there's nothing at all.
And when you start to move sideways, his wrist just flops under you, right? So
maybe he did it on purpose to escape.
Yeah, right, of course. So you went sideways, and then his wrist went on the right to go to the strap. After that was just easy, right? The first round was really easy. Second
Yeah,
round,
first one was quite, yeah. Second round even easier somehow.
second round, kind of the same thing. And then the third round, you let him get into his King's move hook
Yeah,
kind of
I
thing.
really gave him
That was,
everything.
yeah, that was insane, and you just pull him out of it. That was crazy. That was really impressive. So, yeah,
It's
good
interesting
stuff.
whenever I don't feel in danger, suddenly I start, for example,
You know,
I
I was
didn't
not
even care about top railing as much anymore. Even when like round 2, I was already like, okay,
right.
I can go in.
I'm gonna be honest, and I wasn't expecting you to do like a bit of playing around because
Uh-huh.
you know in arm wars and stuff, you don't play around before you secured the win, right? Like you always go, oh, now I have all
Yeah,
the
but
wins,
here we
and then you
don't
play
have.
around. And here you don't have it, and you still went for okay. Let me get him, allow him to get there.
It's because here you don't have any more chances. If you get that those 3 wins,
Oh yeah, because
they just stop it. So
there's no risk if you in arm wars, right? If you do it after the
yeah, exactly. There was
if
no
you want,
risk. Here,
it's just
there's a
then
little
it's
bit of
just
risk.
then it's just for fun. Or you let the guy hook with you. Okay,
Mhm.
whatever. I still won when I was serious, right? So here you allowed him to get
Yeah,
in
so I
there,
took the risk. I took some risk for sure. Yeah.
right? Maybe not too clever, but anyways worked out.
I
Y-
mean, you
Yeah,
have to show
you
you have to make a show sometimes, right? Like,
yeah, right. You obviously
so
felt that you'd be able to go out, right? But who
yeah, I
knows
thought like
what could happen? So yeah, what do you think? Did it go as expected, or
so probably easier than expected. Somehow felt very good. And around one, when round 1 was done, I just came back to the corner and I said that the
yeah?
pressure or the stress in the arm didn't even reach.
No, yeah. Can I say something as well?
Yeah,
We were saying that I was saying this to the other guy as well. You were almost pinning him kind of hookish, like not even
yeah, like
like
kind of
like
sideways thing,
yeah,
like
yeah. When you train with us and we tell you to go hook, you always top row, right? Even you kind of
yeah, I was like,
this
yeah,
way you really went like just side. It was unexpected, yeah. So it
and
seems like it was
also
just
yeah,
way
so
too easy.
and also sometimes you feel after a good go, you might feel some kind of pain or stress in the joint, and here I just didn't feel anything at all after the first round, so it was made me feel very confident and very good.
No,
And then around 3, when I started to play a little bit, um, I saw some people, even the commentators were saying that, oh, maybe Christo stopped me or something like that. But no,
right.
like in reality, I could just go through in that kind of king's move or whatever
Right.
he was doing.
Did you
I was
press
just
him on purpose, or was it just because
yeah,
you could?
on purpose, just
Right. You
trying.
didn't. You could have pulled through, right? It seemed like.
I was hoping that he would maybe find a better angle so I gave him time to adjust, but somehow he didn't really lock up properly. Like so, at any point I could just push through,
Yeah.
and then so later on I could just basically practiced what would happen if I did get in trouble. So
Yeah.
tried to press, but it was really not needed,
No. Yeah. It was
just
great.
for show.
And then you called
So
out some guys,
yeah, the usual suspects.
the usual guys. Who did
Yeah,
you say? You said Daniel, right? And Nodolet and Alan. That was the three guys you mentioned, right?
and also Arturo Makarov.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so that's one thing I want to ask you, like, because they already have him on the placard for the next event, right?
Yeah,
But you're going to Kazakhstan, I guess.
right.
So you're not gonna fight him there,
No,
I suppose, right? Yeah. So who would be a good matchup for him there?
you mean
Mm,
Kazakhstan or?
no, for Makarov next time in
Ah,
August. Since you're not there,
so
you
yeah, I
would
don't
probably
know.
be the most likely. If you didn't go to Kazakhstan, you would probably have been offered that match, right? So
Yeah, I would gladly take it if I was not going, but Engin bought the tickets for Makarov already, so and he invited him. So and suddenly last time he changed his mind because of the Ukrainian pullers.
right,
He didn't want to. He forgot that there are some Ukrainians in the inviting
because of
the
the
Russians.
because of
Was
the
not a good idea.
Yeah, because of the Ukrainian Federation, right? They're not allowed to. I think it's Oleg Petrenko is not allowed to compete there
Okay, I see.
if there's Russians because he still lives in Ukraine. I think
Mhm.
that's the deal. But yeah, so who do you think should be the match for him? Any good? Maybe it could be no, because I was thinking I wanted to because after seeing Emil on left, I really wanted to see him on right at some super match right as well. But I was thinking maybe he should fight Makarov, but they are already fought at AMC, so maybe doesn't make that much sense to bring him over there for a fight.
Yeah, I guess at first we would like to find someone from US for Makarov.
Oh yeah, who
So could be
Bishop, but Bishop is
yeah,
too
maybe
big, right?
Bishop.
So then Bishop would have to go down.
Maybe we can do it anyways, even if he is too big.
Yeah,
Bishop was actually not bad.
maybe a good idea, right? Maybe not too much.
I also did some after pulling of Bishop, and he got better. He for sure got better.
Yeah.
I feel like now he's in the game.
Okay, that's good. He's also bigger, right? So should of course be a bit stronger than last time. Okay.
It seems like he was actually training and improving. He didn't just rest. So
there's a funny comment here I just want to bring up. David Shupik saying Mint versus RBJ, come conquer the US. What do you think?
Yeah.
You want to fight with RBJ?
I feel like I could.
Yeah.
One more surprising thing for me was that Paul Lin on the left is actually quite weak. So same like Chance Shaw, both Paul Lin and Chance, they don't have any like much strength on the left. Of course, still quite strong, but even I could beat them.
You were after pulling with Paul?
Yeah, on the left. And
I don't know when you did it. I saw a bunch of Pauls after pulling. It was not too bad on left. I saw him pulling with Petrenko on left.
But maybe I don't know. Maybe Petrenko just gave him some. I don't think Petrenko was struggling with him. He was just.
It was not. No, Petrenko was definitely stronger, but you could still tell he was still giving him some. Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I was surprised seeing that match because I knew that Paul was.
Did you see Oleg? No, not Oleg. Did you see Paul after pull with Daniel on the right? Did you see this?
Yeah, I saw that. So
yeah.
Did you see Daniel after pull with Lachlan?
I haven't seen that. No, they haven't uploaded that.
Lachlan almost lost. That was super close.
Yeah, I mean,
Paul then somehow looked impressive.
Paul is good. Paul is really good.
Yeah, so Paul is good.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any other good comments, or should we go to the next match?
Easy.
Wait,
all of them last time they pulled.
Man, you guy, man, like that was a long time ago. You didn't pull Alan, right? You didn't pull Alan.
This is new me.
Hey, am I right? You didn't pull Alan, right?
I did not. No.
No, so.
I'm going to win.
Go to win. It's possible.
Yeah. Seems like.
Who's
so now I still have to decide where do I go.
Yeah. Who's the main contender at 75? Or if now Daniel is the only guy? Is it basically?
I feel like Daniel is above everyone else. Maybe some of these Kazakhstan guys. Magjan Shamiev.
Is he bigger? I think seems like he's bigger, right?
I think last year I think he was at 75. So
was he? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't feel much from Paul's left.
Should I just bring the video up of that after ball? It's quite short.
You can do that, yeah.
Just to compare.
I think maybe.
Did you after pull on the table where they had the camera?
No, me and Paul, it was no cameras.
No, but any of the times?
Yes, I did. So some footage. I did try to after pull a little bit of this Latvian guy.
Toms?
Toms on the left.
I heard about that. Some guy I can't remember where said that you killed him.
I did not kill him. He still kind of got me at the end, but a couple of times let's say he got a couple of wins and then I got a couple of wins, which to me tells that feels like I could compete with him.
Right. So
which is a good sign.
This was Paul on the left.
Also, yeah. So I was impressed how in this video Paul suddenly he was almost okay, because he beat this guy.
Was he beating this guy?
Yeah, I think he beat Andre.
Oh yeah, he was, yeah.
But he couldn't pin me at all.
Right. Looks like, yeah.
Maybe Andre is not good on the left either.
It looks like maybe his wrist doesn't look as good on the left here. Looks like it's getting compromised a bit. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, look, I don't think Oleg really felt anything. I don't believe it.
You see, a little bit.
How is that possible?
Yeah.
Maybe the camera is somehow switched. Maybe Paul is doing right hand.
No, this is for sure left. What do you mean? Because you see Oleg's right hand is the one with the burn marks.
Okay, so I don't know how it works. Maybe my left is just good.
Yeah, you're just a beast.
Maybe.
Oh, obviously Oleg is still in control here, so.
Okay. Strange.
So, all right, maybe let's go into the next match, maybe?
Next one? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This was just a slaughter, right? Like, seemed like Carolina was... One thing I noticed, like, Elizabeth had like the worst grip in the setup every time. It looked like she was like so low on Carolina's hand every time. Looked really weird, like she was kind of gripping her like down here or something.
So so maybe you probably saw it better than me because
yeah, close ups.
I was just you saw close ups.
Right, but it looked like Carolina was both stronger, better technically. Like looked like she could both just go sideways or take the hand or whatever. So yeah.
So no surprises, basically, as expected.
Right, different levels for sure.
Next,
I was like, what did you expect from this match?
So yeah, I was of course hoping that Justin would do well because.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that. Yeah.
And I think he did okay.
Right. I think for sure he should have gotten the first round. I feel like that kind of got.
Like people kept talking about. People kept talking about that maybe he got the pin actually, right?
Yeah, I think even before they called the elbow foul, I feel like, at least from my angle, of course, now it's the talk about, this guy pinned this guy, like when everybody was saying that Devin didn't get pinned and stuff, right? Or stuff, but I feel like it looked from the angle, from the camera at least, that that Toombs did get pinned before the elbow foul was called. Even then, it was in a really losing position. The elbow was called, but yeah.
So it was quite surprising how suddenly Justin was quite okay in the hook, while Toombs had to really go for a top roll.
Yeah.
I think
I heard Toombs say after, or I can't remember if it was Toombs or Justin said that, like after he really switched to low hand, like I think to really emphasize not letting Justin get in there, right? And then it looked like it was just easy from there on.
Justin was afterwards telling me how he didn't really expect Toombs to be that intelligent. He thought that he would maybe just do the same thing every time. But then Yanis was in Toombs' corner, and I think Yanis told Toombs to transition to low hand a bit more.
A bit of a cheat code, right? To have like a more experienced guy. Like it's not anything wrong about it, but it's good to have.
Yeah, I guess it helped Toombs.
Like in all other sports, right? You have some old guy who used to play 20, 30 years ago, who can teach the young guys that are strong and young how to go about
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, in most of the sports, of course, the coach is very important.
Yeah. So that was probably really good for Tooms to have Dynasty. I'm not sure. Maybe he could have probably
Maybe he
still.
would that do it himself by himself, anyways. But yeah.
Yeah.
So the low hand just kind of killed Justin,
Right.
and I remember thinking that maybe Justin should simply go inside during that last round 3, but
Hmm.
he didn't. He did not, and I think he was just trying to, round 3. He said
Yeah.
that he was just trying to do his best move. He
Yeah.
wasn't didn't really want to experiment. He was maybe hoping that still it would somehow work.
Right. I think that was fine because he tried hooking first. It kind of worked, right? And then second round, you can now Tooms already found out how to deal with that. So if you
Maybe
try to
even if he would go in,
if you
he
try to
wouldn't
go
really
for
get
hook,
in
yeah,
anyways.
seems like the same thing would happen as round 2, right? So
Yeah, probably.
probably not pretty smart to try and see if he could do the top roll this time. So yeah, but
But yes, the conclusion is, I guess, that Toms has a really good hand, because Justin is supposed to have a
right.
strong back pressure and top roll and hand.
Yeah, I was thinking that Justin could top roll him, even with guys saying Tom's hand is really strong. I was still, I don't know, in my mind, seemed like Justin could do it, but
Yeah, maybe, but yeah,
not possible. So
no,
Tom's
not
is
really.
good, and I think
And but Justin, he for sure improved his hook. Like I was even hooking a little bit with him afterwards, and I felt like, okay, yeah, it's tough.
yeah,
If he wouldn't get tired so quickly, he might be pretty good. But yeah,
right.
that's another problem of his. Like he doesn't have a big gas tank.
One thing I noticed about Justin was his waist was really small. Like he looked really like small in the waist and really wide. Like right, he looked like he could be like a
Uh-huh.
really compact guy. Like good to look like he could go to a lower weight class, right?
Well, I didn't notice him having a skinny waist, but okay.
I know it just seemed like he was kind of
Like a V shape.
right, right. Okay, so yeah, maybe next.
Next.
Should I go?
Yeah, you go first, yeah.
So yeah, I
Because you
mean,
probably saw it better, by the way. Like for me,
yeah,
I
this was kind of, I think, not too surprising for most people, right? I mean, I think I remember before the match when the match just got replaced. I remember I saw some video from Ryan Bowen saying that this should be easy for Lachlan because apparently this guy lost to Bogdan Stoica. I think this guy's Romanian, right? And he lost to Bogdan Stoica
mm-hmm.
in some super match not too long ago. And
Mm-hmm.
Ryan was saying that I think Ryan was doing some arm wrestling math and saying that I beat Bogdan and Bogdan beat him
Mm-hmm.
and
So arm wrestling
Lachlan.
math.
There's some arm wrestling math. Sometimes it's valid, right? If there's
Sometimes it is, yeah. Sometimes it is.
right, and sometimes it doesn't work at all. But so it seems like this time was true. Like there was some rounds where Andre got a good position off the go, but I think he
Uh-huh.
got elbow foul, and then but you could see as soon as Lachlan sucked in the hook, there was really no chance, right? Like he was kind of just looking at him a bit. So yeah,
I was talking a bit to this guy Andre before the match,
yeah,
and he was quite confident. Apparently, he was training quite hard. I, I think he won a medal in Moldova this year,
he
Europeans.
got third, I think, in 100 kilo maybe
Yeah,
or something.
and he was getting ready for Kazakhstan. So it's not like Engin called him off the couch,
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
very active. So I thought, okay, maybe there's a chance if he's that active. And his hand is also very thick, like
He looked
so.
big. I think I can't remember the measurements, but like
Yeah,
some
size wise,
insane
he's big.
biceps, right, or something. And
Yeah,
he did look big
and
also in the press conference. And
so I thought, big. Okay, maybe there was a chance.
right, comparable to Lachlan, right? Maybe Lachlan's a
Mhm.
bit more lean, but size wise, otherwise was seemed like a equal match on the size department. But yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
Lachlan, good
Logan
shape,
is
good
there.
shape. It's nice to
Logan,
see. Nice to see.
right? And Logan, I saw he looked good in the after pulls as well. I saw some videos. He looked quite good.
Do you
Yeah,
mind me? Who did he pull?
he pulled with Oleg. I think he said he actually wants a match with Oleg. I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
Maybe right hand.
Yeah, yeah, he pulled with Oleg, I think, on left, but I think he wants a match on right, I guess.
This is a funny one.
And commentated
So now Christo just needs to start commentating, just to be able to cover everything.
Is Kazakhstan at the same time as East West? Because then I guess Christo will most likely be in Kazakhstan, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's going, but it's almost the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's also this comment.
Or maybe
here.
it's maybe East versus West is one weekend, and when the senior classes are happening the next weekend in Kazakhstan.
East versus West is it on the? It's on the 26th, right?
Yeah.
So maybe doesn't it start the next week or something? The week after?
Yeah, I'm only leaving on the 30th.
Yeah, so probably it starts at the 30th to the 1st or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. There's one comment as well. I've seen a lot of people say this about Christos reffing. This one from Armwrestling explained. Did you find it fair that Christo ref the match of Justin? He also kind of seen out of it after. I don't know, why would it not be fair for him to ref the match?
He didn't ref the girls match, did he? So he had a short break to recover.
Right. I think guys are saying he refed the Tooms and not the Tooms. Yes, the Tooms and Justin match.
No, I think it's fine if he felt okay.
Yeah. I think some people were complaining about this. I think it was something about Justin not being straight or something, and I mean, he was complaining a bit during the match. I think. If I remember. I don't know. Anyways, so
Justin likes to complain, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like your grip, you should complain, right? Shouldn't, in my opinion, at least.
No, of course, yeah, but sometimes maybe he's doing it for no reason. I feel like.
Okay, just a bit. I mean, maybe if the other guy feels strong, right? You
maybe he starts to panic and just
you can't get a good grip, right? It just feels uncomfortable, and you're like,
right.
It's not good. Okay, so yeah, but this match was all right. Next, maybe.
Okay.
Or do you have something to comment on it?
Wait a second, let me think. No, just congratulations to Lachlan.
Oh, yeah, it was good seeing an Australian get a win, right? It's probably the first win on the board for them, so pretty good.
I wonder if Andre is natural or not.
Should be, right? If he's going to Kazakhstan and just compete at the World European, so.
But you never know.
Yeah, right. You never know, but most likely, right? You're kind of saying, are you kind of indicating that someone else would not be, or
maybe? Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, that match is not that fair if that's the case, you know.
Right. But yeah, true. But you kind of expect that one coming. You don't need to. But when you go to East West, it's kind of something you have to accept almost that it's possible, right? Because there is no testing.
No. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to evaluate the achievement.
Oh yeah. So you're saying saying it's even better for him, because he didn't look bad, right? Like even if it's Rio, like he did get some good positions and stuff. So.
Or maybe I'm thinking about Lachlan's achievement. You know, how big is it really?
In that sense, yeah.
Yeah, you know, maybe it's not that great if he just beat the guy who is.
No, yeah, for him, if that's the case, maybe not the best one, right? Like Andre got, I think, third, right, at Europeans.
Yeah.
If you're say Lachlan is enhanced, it's maybe not.
But you know, no matter what, Andre looked very big and strong, so it was not like he beat a skinny guy. So.
No, yeah.
Good job, anyways.
That's good. Next one.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This was interesting.
First.
I don't know, man. Reno is so good. Like, it's incredible, right? I think he's 18, 19 or something.
To me, it's a pity when people can't really get into the match, and of course, it's difficult against these quick press guys.
Right.
And then as soon as Terence was able to get something, he just didn't get another chance. Like I would really like to see one more round.
It was kind of how we thought it would go, right? Like if Terence stopped it, then
Terence has a good endurance, so I thought that maybe
right, he just maybe should have stopped it the second round or something.
Just a bit earlier. Just a bit earlier.
It did seem like the first round, like I don't know. That was just my initial thoughts. Was that the slip wasn't? I think it got called pin to Reno. Kind of looked like a slip because in these West, it's all slips go to straps, right? So
maybe they just made a mistake because Terence was also saying that wait a second, I kind of slipped. So why did
I feel like that could be right. Like if all slips go to the straps, seems like it was a slip from this point of view. But
so even Terence himself, he didn't understand that he got a loss because he just turned around and he went to take a break after that.
Yeah. He smashed the table after. He's like, "Let's go!" Right, and then now it's on, and then he gets a loss. So right, and that's
And also Reno, he's always talking about how he's not doing much of this table time practice, right? So I wonder how many of these tougher matches he can go through. Because normally if these gym guys, they would get damaged a bit quicker, sooner.
Yeah.
It's difficult to take many tough rounds.
But he was being smart, right? Like one round, first round he top rolls, next round he presses, like right. He's really switching it up. I think maybe probably Terence could see it coming, but was really impressive, right? And
even when he was stopped, also when he was stopped, he still kind of didn't really give up and push through it. So
no, yeah, he still like right because Terence did get the stop and Reno still ended up pinning him. So yeah, it's good stuff from Reno, really good. And it's interesting with like we talked about, right? Like his training style, right? Just basically only weights, right? Like
yeah, so interesting.
That's good, and it doesn't seem like he's lacking on the technical side, right? Like you could see, okay, it gets stopped. He's maybe not.
Oh yeah, like he's good.
But yeah, so.
And also he said that he would maybe be interested in pulling Bacho. So maybe we will see that match someday.
Right.
Meanwhile, Bacho looks so impressive. I keep watching some of his videos.
I saw some videos. Well, these trainings from Georgia, right? Did you see
his videos? Yeah. It seems like he's just crazy, killing.
Yeah, killing good guys, right?
World champs.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing.
I thought I've just seen some guy comment here. Where was it? I think I saw someone saying that Reno said he wouldn't, because I was hoping to see they're both going to Kazakhstan, so I was hoping to see them pull against each other in the youth class, right? Because they're both under 21, so they would probably both be in the open weight. But I guess Reno's not pulling youth.
And I think the new age limit is 23 years old, actually.
Yeah, right. So, anyways,
so for sure, Reno could still do it, right?
Right. But I guess he said that he won't.
Maybe he's just focused on seniors.
On seniors only, right? Could be the case. And Bacho will be. I think some people were saying Bacho will be in 100 kilo class, and Reno will be in 110. So they won't.
But yeah, maybe East versus West. Maybe some
possible matchup at some point.
Yeah.
Right.
Who would you go bet on?
I don't know.
Because I'm
maybe
Bacho.
Yeah, maybe Bacho. I feel like maybe this kind of way he top rolls a lot of side, right? I feel like maybe Reno could not press him, and I feel like that's probably Reno's best move is press, right? And if someone is really moving, if someone has that much side, like I think maybe Bacho has, then I think could be bad for Reno. But let's see how Reno and Bacho both do at Kazakhstan, and we have some way. I feel like Bacho is still kind of untested, right? Like he pulled Adam, but Adam did good, right? But he beat the 85 kilo champ, right?
Yeah.
Bacho is
So
100 kilos, so it's not really the same. So now we see him compete in WAF, and he will compete against Ongabaya and stuff. So
I
there
guess
will be
I
some
can
good
understand
pressure.
more about Bacho from watching those videos of him in Georgia
Yeah,
instead of watching him versus Adam.
true. Yeah, but
Yeah,
there
look,
was
you're
not
saying Bacho
really.
is like Iraqi level.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if that's the case,
And
then
I'm assuming that Andrea is a Georgian guy, right? Because the surname is
I think he
Yakveladze.
was. I remember he was commenting the other guys saying that he talking about when we watched the WAF thing about the guy who always acts like he gets injured at the national. So I'm sure Andrea pulls in Georgia. Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah,
one,
so
yeah,
Bacho, if Bacho is on Iraq's level, then possibly could see him on second place, right? If or maybe first if he can beat Ongabayev.
right, yeah. Let me just answer this question first.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Using a riser, like one of the reasons why I used it is because I thought it would be fun if I was that much taller than him.
Do you remember I asked you about this
Yeah,
before?
did
Because
you?
I mentioned you always stand on your toes,
Right,
right?
right.
Right. And I was like, have you tried pulling with a riser ever in your like? And you said no, right? I think you said you've never pulled on a
And I
riser.
think one of the last practices before Christo, I did. I was always on the riser.
Okay, yeah.
So, and I thought, yeah, like feels comfortable.
Right, because then you can
Feels
move a
like I
bit more,
can
right?
control my height even more. Sometimes I feel like if I'm completely on my toes, cannot get any higher, or maybe I would like to get just a bit higher, and I cannot really do it. Meanwhile, on the riser, suddenly I can fully control my position.
Should
So I
be
think
easy for
it's
you to
just.
go forward as well, right? If you're not on your
Oh yeah.
toes,
So
then
for
you can
example,
move more
against
forward.
maybe these pressing positions against Christo would be even better while I'm
I think so.
taller.
Yeah.
No, so riser feels good to me. I feel like I'll always use it from now on.
Right.
I
So
didn't see
you
any.
didn't feel any negatives?
Yeah, no negatives. But coming back to Reno for a bit, I feel like now we are getting some more information of how strong is he really. Because remember, Terence also had a match with our club member Daniel Christensen
Right.
at Armwrestling. So Terence also lost against Daniel, like our guy won. But I feel like it was a pretty even match. Daniel just,
Got tired, right? Yeah. At the end.
but he still kept, the 4 rounds which counted. Daniel was quite okay. He
Yeah.
just kept pressing.
Yeah.
So let's imagine that Reno is roughly around Daniel's level.
Yeah.
I
It
feel like
could
we have a pretty good indication.
should be there. I've seen Reno pulling with the guy from Poland. This
Oh
what's
yeah,
his name? The guy who presses.
I don't remember her name now,
Yeah, you know who I'm talking
but I
about,
know
right? Like,
exactly who you're talking. Yeah,
yeah, the guy who got first at IFA Worlds,
yeah.
and this guy Reno and him were going back and forth at this Croatian championship,
So that
right?
Polish guy he's very strong, right? He keeps getting some bigger wins.
Right.
So if we assume that our Daniel is close to Reno and Reno is competitive to that Polish guy, my arm wrestling math is telling me that our friend Daniel is pretty good.
Yeah, I think we just need to see Daniel go somewhere. The only thing is that he only pulls left, right? So
Yeah.
there will be a lot of tournaments where the left is not looked at as much, right? And even the qualifiers, you're not guaranteed a match if you win
Oh yeah.
on that.
Now we got reminded Kamil Jablonski.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Strong press, that guy. But yeah, so maybe we will see Daniel in the future. He just needs to get out there, right?
Yeah.
Now he got the match at Arm Wars. That was good.
Mhm.
Maybe in the
We
future.
go forward.
Yeah.
So what did you think about this?
I don't know. Who did we predict to win? Who did you predict? Can you remember? I can't remember who I think. I think I said Oleg maybe.
I feel like maybe I was going with chance. Hmm. But in any case, the result is 3-1 here, right?
I think
So,
Chance won on elbow pulse or something, if
okay.
I remember correctly.
But Chance almost found some good lanes. I was almost a little bit worried for Oleg at one
Right.
moment.
When he stopped, right, and he was
Yeah,
kind
he
of
stopped and it was like an Oleg couldn't go through,
holding
started to
on.
open up a little bit, like,
Yeah,
because Oleg, I don't think he really has a lot of endurance. So I thought that he would maybe just keep losing that wrist and it would be a problem
right.
for him.
Oleg, tell me if I'm wrong. Oleg seems like another one of these guys who's really. He seems kind of not that technical. Tell me if it feels like to me it looked like he was kind of just moving a bit sideways,
Mm.
and then when his wrist didn't go, he was still kind of just going back, rocking. It seems like another these. Seems like at least also from the training videos I've seen, seems like it's a lot of gym stuff.
I remember him, he's the student of Pushkar, Andrei Pushkar, right?
Hmm.
So, and the people were always saying that Pushkar is maybe not so technical, but the technique which they both used to do, at least, not sure if Oleg still does it. I feel like it's quite smart. They just simply, they go sideways a lot, and they almost start losing their wrist. They don't care
Yeah,
about that wrist that so much, and I feel like it's quite a smart technique. It's difficult to deal with it. So maybe they just work on that in the gym.
true, could be
So
the
I don't know. I
case.
wouldn't say that Oleg is.
But seems like he has a strong enough wrist. Seems like if he just moved a bit more like this, feels like he could even just completely take Chance wrist and just from looking at it. But
I
my
think he was very technical before while he was smaller, and maybe now when he got big and powerful, suddenly it's different. You know, you tend to use that power a bit more, and
right, yeah, if you feel you
not
have the
your
lane, you
frame.
might just move more this way, whatever.
Maybe it's just more efficient at this point for him to just brute force it instead of trying to use the
Go,
joints and lock it up, and
go for
maybe he has.
precision.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, but yeah, I was hoping for Chance Shaw to do something a bit more. Seems like because with Chance always getting like these smaller opponents. Now, uh, now he loses to Petrenko. What's next for him, right? Like, of course,
if I
there's still
remember,
some
Chance
stuff.
was planning to lose some weight,
I
and
heard that
maybe
as well,
that's a good
but
direction.
but now he's still 130 kilos. So, like, is he gonna lose the weight or
I don't
is it
know.
just
It's difficult.
seems like he could also just be one of these like naturally big guys, and maybe he should just I don't know, try to get bigger or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just that's optimal for him. And but yeah, I don't know. He's also still young, right? So
Mm.
uh,
But
space
yeah,
for
it might be
improvement.
difficult for him to get lean just because seems like his metabolism is not necessarily the fastest.
Maybe that's the case. Maybe he's just like maybe that's just yeah, could be the case.
But let's
But
see. You
yeah,
never know if he gets if it really puts a work in. I think he could get leaner, and
right.
suddenly he would be so much more competitive.
I think Chance was really confident coming to this match because people were talking about like this is a perfect stylistic matchup for Chance because he likes these
Uh-huh.
hook guys who he can just like take and then go sideways, right? But he couldn't really establish wrist control and he couldn't push sideways either, right? So
Seems like someone is saying Chance was hurt and maybe didn't train as much. Not sure if it's true, but
I don't know. I haven't heard that either. And I mean, I think this stuff like, of course, it's not like people are. I don't know, like this because there's so many of these matches have like this quotation marks about being some guy being sick, right? Jerry saying I have
uh-huh.
pneumonia, I couldn't go here, I couldn't go there. Morsov was on eating soup for 7 days, and apparently now Chance was injured 3 weeks ago. Like, I think if you show up, then you just have. I don't think people should be making excuses for guys when they show up there. You
Yeah, no,
show up when you
because
should
normally if
be.
you show up, maybe it's not that bad still. Like
Right.
maybe you.
even in the press conference, you heard Morozov say people should stop making. I think he said something like this: "You should stop making
Yeah.
excuses. I'm strong. I'm ready." Like,
So it's nice how he didn't really make any excuses. That's good.
yeah, it's always the people making excuses for the usually. Okay,
Mhm.
in Jerry's case, it's Jerry himself, right? But otherwise, it seems like usually it's people making excuses for them, right? I think the Morozov soup thing wasn't even supposed to be like public. I think it was just because Engin told Devon that
Uh-huh.
Morozov couldn't compete, and then I think then Devon said that Morozov is not coming because he's on soup or something, right, or something, and then so that way it got
So maybe
out to the
Morozov didn't
public.
really want to make it
No,
too public, right?
I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah,
After the match, yeah, I was looking at Morozov. He was a bit sad. I was like
I
asking,
seen
like, "How
some
are you?"
pictures. I seen some pictures of him. He looks really sad.
And he said, maybe I should start playing basketball
Oh my,
instead." No, no. So
he's
maybe he
sad.
was mentally. I think he didn't expect to lose.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. I would like. I feel like Chance is one of these guys who's like. I think it's like. I feel like it's him and Paul Lin. Even though Paul Lin is older, right? Paul Lin seems to be getting better and better. I feel like these guys are the good new guys from USA. Because otherwise, who does the USA have like up and coming?
Hmm.
Not really. It's all the old guys, right? It's all old guys from the US.
Yeah, but that's how it works, I guess. Arm wrestling is you're peaking at around 40 or more. So
Yeah, but
maybe here in Europe,
do you really
we
peak
have.
at 50 years? You don't peak at 50 years old. You really don't, right?
You
Like,
might, you might, if you are on juice, especially. But for
I
example,
think
Devon is at his peak now.
that's probably true. That probably some of these guys probably wasn't on the same stuff as they are now, right? But
Yeah.
in any case, like, would be nice to have more strong guys, younger, right? From the US as well, because now the kind of the concept of the East versus West competition kind of seems like, is it really worth it having this concept when
Mhm.
you can really put on top matches with too many
Uh-huh.
West guys? But I don't know. I mean, maybe in 2 3 years, maybe we'll see some new guys showing up. There's the Dustin Hyde guy. Maybe that guy will
Yeah.
be good in the future.
Justin was telling me that Dustin is quite okay and quite promising.
Right,
So yeah, maybe Dustin for sure. Dustin seems like he can be
right. And he's
quite
he's
strong.
there in the next time, next East versus West. But yeah,
Uh,
let's see.
but yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. East um, is really producing many good young athletes.
Right.
Very difficult for US to match. Maybe in US, no young uh, people would simply start doing arm wrestling at 12 or whatever, right?
No, yeah,
Uh,
true. And I think also like it seems like a lot of these countries in the East, like seems like there's a lot of guys who's been arm wrestling for who take up like this coaching role, right? And then they seems like a lot of these Kazakhstan guys or these Turkish guys and all these people, they have coaches. Like, and if you have a coach from 15 years old, like you have someone
yeah,
who like
right.
with like the level, like the knowledge of like a guy who's been arm wrestling for 15 years and a kid who now knows what to do from his 15 until 25, and then at 25
It's
he's
a huge
competing again,
difference, right?
right?
Imagine maybe someone in US will start getting into the sport at like 19. Meanwhile, some other Georgian guy is doing it since 10, and he is like pushing hard, and he's super talented. So
Right.
very hard to compare.
I feel like that's really like the most important thing. If you want high level guys, you need to start them young, right? That's the you
I
need some
think
kind
so.
of
It makes a
program
big
or
difference.
something.
Makes it because also these days so many people would do some sports while we are still young, let's say at 20, 24, that range, and then
Mhm.
as you start to create a family, suddenly it becomes a bit more difficult. Maybe you don't have enough time, and you start to pay less attention to a sport. So if you don't start early, then later on also you don't have much time, and you can never really get into it. There's quite a
Right.
small window
I
for
was thinking about that too.
Western
Like
guys.
if you're like like say in more recognized sports where you maybe if you get good you get paid, right? Then people who start young, that they get to 20 years old and they're like, okay, I see I can actually have this as a career, so I go full in. I don't need to think about getting an education and stuff, right? And then if in arm wrestling, if you see, okay, I'm this many years old and I should maybe not focus as much on it, right? Because I can't not work or something. And so there's this kind of stuff like that's important, right? If you start 10 years old and you get 20 and you're doing good, you will still have this level, or you don't need to work insanely hard, right, to get there.
Some people are also mentioning arm wrestlers getting paid here in Europe and maybe Asia, but I don't think that they are really getting paid that much.
Yeah, I think it's just some small kind of spots
So
where
just a couple of
amateur.
countries, and then
I think the only
it's not
countries
that
I've
much.
heard of like is Turkey, right? Turkey, they get paid if they win worlds, they get paid for life or something. And
I'm not sure if that's still the case, but
I think that's what I've heard Engin say at the very least. And then I think I'm not sure if it's in Kazakhstan, but at least the guys in Shatara, right? They seem to really award their winners. I thought the biggest thing Ongabayev had gotten was a car. Apparently, some guys said that he got
also an apartment.
Yeah, and even something else. I can't even remember. There was something even crazier I read on Facebook that he got some even crazier stuff. So there's some certain that club is giving out really good stuff.
But also, I don't think it's the government. I think it's just maybe the
yeah,
city.
that's the club. That's the club. Yeah, I think
it's
the club. Because I think in Nordoled is a trainer there, right? I think that's his full-time job is just training the kids there.
So I feel so maybe some of these European guys
Bulgaria,
they are just working
Bulgaria
also. But maybe they are working as coaches, so we are still doing some additional thing.
Right, because I heard Jordan Sonev after he got banned from WAF, then he had to start working as a garbage man because he was getting paid a full salary from the government or something before
but
that.
I don't think it's that much anyways. So
no, right, but
it's
relative
not like
to the
super motivating. It's
I think just relative to the living standard, you can have a normal living standard in that country. I think. Don't you think? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, if someone like Jordan was not working before.
I mean, imagine if you are renting some place, or maybe you have an apartment, paying the bills, getting some food, but you cannot really afford.
You cannot save up maybe and stuff like that, right? Like,
I don't think you can afford to buy an expensive car or something special. It's just like
you're not really building up some money like that, right?
Yeah,
like,
so
it's just good enough to live, maybe.
So it wouldn't really attract me that much, and in Lithuania we don't get anything at all. So
all right, but say for now, for you right now, for example, if you got that on top of your, that would be nice, right? Like then in that case it would be good.
If I got something, right?
All right. Say you got 10,000 Danish kroner extra every month. That'd be pretty nice.
No,
right?
that would be, of course, very good. Yeah, but also we don't get anything in Denmark either.
No, yeah, we're not even close to that in Denmark. But yeah, okay. So maybe we should move on. There's a guy here. I'm talking about shit. Yeah. I mean, if you have some information about who gets paid stuff, I'm just talking about what I've heard. I'm not some kind of expert on this topic, so please.
Look, 6.5K for winning WAF in Georgia, and even that is not much, right?
I'm not sure what the cost of living in
okay, maybe in Georgia is okay.
Remember you were talking about when the guys who won AMC, like in Russia, that's like a yearly wage or something.
Maybe we should ask Andrea to tell us what is the average kind of salary,
right? Or something. Put in perspective how much money.
Let's say monthly salary, just average in Georgia. What would that be? I would guess maybe it's $500 per month. No, average, any kind of
like to live, like for
no, I mean the average salary. Let's say for some random job.
True.
Or maybe it's more.
How much is it in Russia? You seem like you maybe
So
know
yeah,
better.
as I remember, it could be $300 maybe per month, like one of the lowest.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Times are
No, it
changing.
seems realistic, right? Okay, but let's maybe move on to the matches now.
Okay, so this was a match which I was waiting for a lot because I thought that
Yeah.
Emil would be strong.
Yeah. How crazy is Daniel, man? How crazy is he? Like
Pretty crazy, but I was also pulling with Emil afterwards a little bit.
on left?
On the left also, yes.
Okay.
Seems like Emil has troubles the inside game. His inside game is really not that great. Of course, he was maybe a bit also tired and so on,
Right.
but still, I can feel like very good outside, super strong hand, just not that impressive inside. Because he would hit me, and even I would just catch completely inside, just defensive,
Yeah.
and I would bring him back quite easily. So I felt like
But we were kind of hoping for him to take Daniel's wrist, right? It seemed like as soon as they got into the strap, that was not possible. Like Daniel got his cup, and then he did the
yeah,
lat drag, and
it's
totally
difficult
over.
to like. Not many people understand how to open Daniel's hand, right?
Yeah, it seems like you're the pretty much the only guy, and
Be-
noodle lat in some cases, but
but
mostly you.
I guess it is understandable because it's difficult and it requires a very special like technique to do it.
Yeah.
But still, I was hoping that I told Emil how to do it. I was hoping he would try to, but no.
So
He
what's the
just
technique? Are you giving out secrets, or you don't want other people to beat him yet before you? What's the
didn't I
secret?
tell you? Didn't I tell you about it?
Maybe, but it's probably still interesting for people to hear.
It's a bit hard to describe, but it's the key is to make sure that his fingers here
Right.
are just not too low, right? Like he's gripping you perfectly on the wrist. It's not great. Ideally, you want to create like maybe sacrifice a bit of depth,
Okay.
slide down a bit.
So you
So
want to kind of drag your elbow back, maybe, so he has to
right,
come
right,
up.
right. So basically, you want some like a small gap here from the pinky finger to a joint because you want to create that lever like as fuck cramping. Um, so that's one of the main things which people struggle to do a little bit. It's not that easy.
Okay. There
Because
was that
otherwise
one. Go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
you'll get hooked.
Yeah. Seems like that's the only guy who I could imagine. Maybe Alan could pull. Daniel did get pulled out of the hook by Oleg, right? Or no, Oleg
Mm,
went outside after some time.
which Oleg are you talking about?
Cherkasov.
Cherkasov. So on the right, Cherkasov just hooked Daniel and beat him in the hook.
Yeah, because I was thinking if Alan can pull Daniel out of his hook in the left.
I feel like Alan would probably go in.
Yeah, I feel like he's not gonna go for the wrist. He's gonna kind of fight him inside, right? So that'd be interesting. I feel like that could really be that's the only guy who maybe has a chance on against Daniel on left, right? Who else? I don't think you could beat him on left, right? Like you don't want to fight him
Come
left.
on, what are
Like
you talking
no,
about?
no. Let's be real here. Let's be real.
Let's be
Right,
realistic. Like
right. Yes,
my
left.
left, my left is
But
coming back. Come on.
but still, like I don't know. Left is not. You'd rather just get a fight with him on right. Don't go near that left hand.
No, but someday I feel I see my left coming back because look, I could arm wrestle with Tom's quite well.
This is
So
no good, guys. No good. We don't want
come
this. No, no. Right hand title. Right hand title.
on,
No, then,
Marius.
no, no. Sorry. This one I will just. This will be the
How,
first
Marius,
one where I would say.
how would you know how strong my left is?
Yeah, I don't know from seeing you pull guys like.
Yeah, but it was couple of years ago. Now I'm better.
Right. But the same year you cracked his wrist on right? You didn't on left.
But my left was also worse. I was injured.
Mm.
So
I don't know.
trust me.
I don't know. I think you should stick to the right.
It will be
And
interesting.
maybe okay. If you beat some guys on left first, maybe
Yeah, let's do that first, and then
you don't wanna jump into Daniel first. But I think Alan could be a fun match on left. Alan we just want to kind of see where he's at right with all these guys.
Oh yeah, Alan
On
would be
left
interesting.
and
Like,
right.
Alan seems so impressive.
Yeah. But yeah, there was the one round here with Emil. Did you saw the round where outside of the strap where Emil was holding on? That was kind of good, like kind of a nice round. Like he
Okay,
trying to
no, I
keep.
didn't see it. So, but what was Daniel doing? Was he not trying to slip or what?
Daniel was trying to slip, but he couldn't really
So he was
slip.
trying to hold on.
Right, Emil was kind of holding on and then kind of switching between being
But
here.
wasn't Emil a bit low? Like,
I think I can find it maybe. Like I think there was a clip released on their
no,
YouTube.
don't show it. Don't show it.
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
I mean, Engen doesn't want it.
No, it's on their Instagram.
Still,
You don't want to show
you mean East versus West Instagram?
Yeah, yes. It's not on some random guys.
Okay, in that case, fine.
It's on their own. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure this was released on their own. Yes, for sure this was okay.
But it seems like you're questioning my mastery here.
No comment.
Maybe I will have to show some things for you tomorrow.
You'll beat me up tomorrow?
Yes.
No, you're great on left. You'll beat Daniel for sure. No? Okay.
Don't back away now.
All right, let me see. Here we go. Is this good? Can you see properly here?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I see.
Maybe sound. No, it's probably too loud if I put sound on.
But okay, that was interesting. Yeah, Emil was really trying to.
Right. It was really like
Stop
it looked
him
really
from
dangerous for Daniel. Even seems like his
a
wrist,
little bit.
not from this angle, but from the stream angle, looked really nasty on his wrist.
Oh, yeah. And then they slipped afterwards, right?
They slipped, yeah. Or someone got a foul or something. I think they kind of slipped in the middle, but they gave Emil a foul or something like that.
Okay. But yeah, so good match. Daniel is the champ, still a champ.
Yeah, Daniel seems unbeatable on left until proven otherwise.
Yep.
And I think someone said he wants to go for the left hand 85 or something. Now he wants to.
Yeah. I can see that happening.
Seems possible.
So next match.
Yeah. What do you think?
Already 1 hour in.
Yeah,
How many more matches do we have? 2, 3.
Not too many.
Okay, not too many. Let's go. Let's be quick. So here, somehow I guess it went according to our prediction, right?
I was a bit surprised that Sanders even lost a round, to be honest.
Yeah. I think it's okay.
Not
surprising.
When we did the predictions, I think I said that I see Sanders both top rolling him and hooking him. Like it seemed,
For
but
me,
it seems like
I felt like I was on the spot. Round 1 is difficult because the guy is still strong and fresh, power, and then suddenly the rest of the rounds are fine.
But I feel like in East versus West, like with only having to win 3 rounds, I feel like endurance kind of becomes not as big of a factor unless it's going back and forth. Unless you go 1 round, 2-1, 2-2. If it's
but in the case of Paulo, like he is so jacked that he cannot even afford pulling 3 rounds
around. Yeah, I think it seems like the first round. I was on the toilet actually when the first round went off, but I got the I think Santos tried to top roll him, right? And then Santos power roll also top roll. Then the second round he hooked, and then Santos was just hooking every round. And
so after that first hook, then it was done.
Full control in the hook.
Did you see this? That was funny.
75, my category. Oh yeah, Daniel was yelling in English after he. But why is he not the champ on right then? Oh, in left hand maybe he was saying.
No, but I mean that's fair enough. It just looked it seemed a bit funny.
You're right. I mean, 75. If it's his category, he should be able to win both left and right, right?
No, and he is able. Trust me.
You think he will beat Nordalet?
Yeah, and Nordalet is not even 75 anymore, right? So,
He can cut down if he's competing 80.
Not so easy.
Oh yeah, but the one where he won with you, right? He was not even 75. So
and that Daniel said that at Worlds he lost to Nordalet, right?
Right.
But it's just because he said that when I opened him up, it really fucked him up quite a bit because somehow he felt like maybe it was a perfect combination for him to lose. Actually, me opening up him first,
right.
Suddenly everything is a bit damaged, and when Nurdaulet comes in, starts shooting these explosive starts, which are suddenly very hard to catch after you were already a bit damaged and opened up. So I don't think Daniel would struggle with Nurdaulet if he was fresh.
Right.
Because also Daniel inside, I feel like he's much stronger than Nurdaulet, just pure inside.
Mm-hmm.
So I think suddenly he would just go in, and then it would be a different story.
Yeah, like I think we probably do kind of forget that you guys had that long fight at
yeah. So it seems like just a small fight between us, right? But it killed me and it killed him.
Right, like we remember it in your case, but for Daniel we kind of forgot about it, right?
Because he's also damaged, like
right. He kind of seems to be normal for him, but we're forgetting he's human too, right? He probably took some damage as well.
He said something about his nervous system. He said like he felt like
his nervous system. You fucked up his nervous system.
I don't know. I guess so. But okay, let's move on.
Right.
Wagner was fun to watch.
Yeah, this was crazy. All guys in comments saying of Wagner versus the table and stuff. Like that was.
Yeah, he destroyed the table.
Yeah. How angry people? Okay, I think so. Some people were saying that Engen was really angry because he destroyed the table or something. Is that true?
So I didn't see Engen like the moment it happened because I was watching to see what happens. Suddenly he destroyed the table, so we realized that okay, it will take a couple of minutes. So I went back to after pulling, and
I think he even did it twice, right? Like he kind of ruined the table twice.
Okay, I only saw it once.
Or no?
Maybe only once.
Maybe not, because I think there was something about Engen telling Wagner to not ruin it, and then he did it anyways or something.
So yeah, right before. I mean, before the event.
Okay, so maybe it was before.
During a press conference, I think, or something. He said, "Okay,
the press conference.
Wagner promised not to do anything bad to the table. Still, fucking did it.
Yeah, legend. It was great. I think it was a highlight for a lot of people, right? Like crazy dude. But yeah, I mean.
And about the match, seems like Wagner was dominant. Wagner was so fucking huge.
Like 150.
Bigger than ever, I think.
And he looks so lean, right? As well, like he's not like a fat 150 kilo. He looks like
no, it was just ripped.
Looks like a Mr. Olympia bodybuilder, right?
Yeah, exactly. Huge shoulders.
Yeah, crazy. And he cut his hair now. Now he has less friction on the head.
Less friction. Jesus.
Yeah.
So this was maybe one of the best matches, no?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, it was kind of one-sided, right? I mean, for the surprise fight. That's true. That's true. Not. Did it really take that long?
Well, which other match took longer?
Yeah, most of the matches weren't really that long, right? Like,
yes, I feel like this one was maybe the. To me, I liked it.
It was good, and Georgi,
Georgi was very proud of it. Yeah.
Now, of course, people now like people were saying that Morsov looked small or something. Like you saw him in person, how Was he looking
I
small?
think he was quite small, yeah.
Smaller? Okay.
Smaller, more small. I think he
Right.
lost at least 10 kilo, maybe more.
Yeah. So do you think that how much do you think that affected the match? Like Georgi seemed like in pretty much in control. Of course, there was the time where more kind of impressive by Georgi, like when Morsov got his shoulder behind.
Mm-hmm.
Georgi was not trying to fight for the shoulder. He just sat
like,
there.
okay,
Yes, he sat there and let Morsov like even get like fully behind, and he couldn't press him down.
So maybe Morozov is not great at that kind of pressing. So
No.
maybe if you are not meeting someone like Jerry or someone who is proficient in that move, suddenly maybe it doesn't matter that much. You can let them go
Right,
in
but
a bit.
I think in any case, like a guy with his shoulder fully behind, right?
Yeah,
It's not good, right? Like in
that's
any
great.
case.
Yeah.
But Georgia just seemed like
But that's
crazy hand
maybe
control.
that's Georgi's problem, right? Because most likely, if he meets someone who can press, he will probably get into that press. He's not able to, like Hermes, for example, was able to run away from it.
Right.
Maybe I don't think Georgi can do it. I think Georgi will always get stuck in that.
Right, he's not that good at fighting for center.
Yeah.
And it was also interesting that Morsov couldn't top roll him, right? Like when he tried to top roll, he lost his wrist.
So that was somehow expected. I know that Georgi is just so good. He just sits down with all that mass, and his wrist is holding well. So that's his best move.
But like in my mind, that was his lane. I didn't really see him hooking Georgi. Like in my mind, his lane would be to top roll him, right? Like we're seeing Travis top roll Georgi like crazy. That was on the left hand, but I think Georgi's left and right are kind of similar.
So yeah, that could be possible if you have
maybe his left is even better, right?
You can top roll him.
I think maybe Georgi's left is even better. Like he's beaten Levan on left and stuff. And
I don't think so. I think his right is better.
His right is better.
Yeah.
Okay. In any case, I think like the top roll seems to
you
be
know what?
the.
I remember Travis and Georgi. I think Travis was also supposed to pull on the right.
Yeah, it ended up being left instead, right?
Yeah.
Travis just told him like the day before or something. Seems like a.
And then Georgi accepted, but yeah, Georgi knew that his left was not good.
Right. So yeah, but that seems like the way to beat Georgi. Seems like a really strong posting top roller.
The best way is probably still flop wrist press.
Okay, yeah, true. That should be, yeah. But you see, the best flop wrist pressure even had like so much trouble pressing him down, right?
Oh yeah, so right.
So it seems like maybe not the move, right? If Jerry can't flop press, like okay, he could, but if he has so much trouble, like someone else probably can't, right?
So, but yeah, good win for Georgi. He was very motivated by that, I'm sure.
What do you think for Artyom? What should he do next?
I think he will just get healthy and come back, and it's gonna be
right. What should be a good comeback match for him? And what about for Georgi? Like, what would be who should Georgi fight next now that he?
I want to see Georgi against some top rollers because I know that they would struggle with him.
Oh, maybe, you know they will struggle.
Maybe Lalet. I think they would.
Laletin could be.
Laletin, I think he would struggle, and Revaz would struggle. Devon maybe would struggle.
Yeah.
Because suddenly, when these top rollers they cannot control the hand, it becomes very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Artyom and Gennady will still be fun, and they're both injured. Or not? Artyom is not injured, but
normal size hands, normal.
Maybe a bit bigger than normal, right?
No, I think normal.
Oh, yeah.
Normal.
Yeah, you don't have like some. You don't have like some.
Not bacho, not.
No, not some genetically gifted hands or anything. Just strong, right?
And the last one,
No. What do you
boring
think?
match, right? I
You
I want
expected
to
you
see
you
something.
you predicted Jerry to win, right?
Yeah, I really wanted Jerry to do something, but the first it was so disappointing. The first matches started to happen, and then no straps. Like Jerry was not able to get into a strap, right?
Not one round, yeah.
So what?
And then,
Imagine that. How
and
is that
even
even possible? Like how is
and
that
even
even
in the
possible?
straps, what would he do? Like Irma's gonna
But I mean, come
move
on,
the
at
exact
least get
same
into
way.
a straps.
Yeah, but you think the way the guy wants to the way the guy gets to the straps is this way, right? And Irma's is fighting him like this. Like how are you gonna slip from a guy
Just
this
slip
way?
underneath.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
but if the guy is moving sideways like this,
Still, like it should be impossible for
right,
Hermes
right.
to like,
And if Hermes, like maybe in with like other guys could slip going back, right? But Jerry can't slip going back. I don't think.
and also if Hermes does grip low and go sideways, suddenly it should be perfectly fine for Jerry to go sideways as well because he's supposed to be strong inside.
Yeah, but not enough. It seems like Jerry was saying that after he was saying that he missed the goal. Do you think that could be the case?
Could be. It was weird for me how they suddenly changed that rule. The don't move, go.
Yeah, that's true. It was a bit weird actually.
Hello, James. Good to see you here. That's the Armors editor guy.
Yeah. Yes. Of course. Of course. So yeah.
Yeah, so Armas did well.
Yeah. It's crazy,
But
right?
again, maybe Jerry was also affected by his health problem, and
So that's the thing right now. That's what he's claiming, that he knew that it was gonna
because
go bad because he was sick and the travel stuff and all this.
because
So he
you
was
really don't need much. Imagine you just lose a little bit of kind of energy,
no, yeah. You shouldn't downplay the like the
the
effect
sickness,
like
right?
being sick has, but in
Because you
that
just
case,
need feel a little bit bad, and suddenly you cannot really initiate, cannot engage. Like I
it's a
know how
bit
it
of
feels.
a shit situation when right in for armors like this, where you're not getting paid to the point where these fights are like, and but so you actually go in there mostly because you want to fight, right?
Uh-huh.
Then you get sick. You're like
You don't really want to do it.
your friends. You don't want to. You would maybe not want to do it because you'll be weaker than your best shape. But you're friends with the promoter, and
Yeah, so you don't want to disappoint. Many people they
that
want to
right.
watch.
So like you kind of almost have to come even if you're sick, right?
Yeah, so maybe Jerry felt like he was kind of forced a little bit to still do the
Right.
match, even if he didn't want to.
But even in that case, I still think like you shouldn't make excuses. Of course, we could still see Jerry come back. Maybe a Morozov versus Jerry could also be a fun match now since they were both sick, and maybe they will be ready at the same time. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel like we need to. So, for example, Yanis didn't pull me this event, right? Because he felt like he was a bit injured.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to see many of these matches where someone gets sick and still comes in, like for example Morozov or Jerry, because at the end it's quite disappointing. So I feel like I will respect the people who choose to say, okay, I'm injured or I'm sick and I cannot really make it
Right. Yeah,
because
and it's
maybe it's much worse when you show up but you cannot perform.
and it's better for their future as well, right? Like if you show up in a bad shape and you lose, then you might not get a match in the future, and maybe you could have won. And if you weren't like if you just waited some months or something, right? So
Oh, look, my son, Coach Ray.
nice.
You're very welcome, son. Join the chat. Okay, so
Yeah,
we
I
are
think that's
almost
it, right?
done. Yeah,
That was the last match, the championship.
it is. Yeah,
Maybe we
let's
should comment on the like they just confirmed that
the Devon match.
Hermes and Devon are fighting next year, not next year, next month.
So
So
who's
what
gonna
do you
win?
think? Who's gonna win? I think Hermes.
Oh, really?
I think Hermes. The one thing is this, like this 1 month or even 3 weeks or whatever it is, right? Hermes doesn't really get like a good preparation time or anything. It's kind of awkward, right? You get off like a
Right.
high
It's
caliber
a bit
match.
not much time
Should you
to.
take some weeks rest? Should you start training? Like it's a bit awkward, right? But so that
But
could
sometimes
have an
it
effect.
works well. Sometimes maybe it's a perfect.
I don't know. I think if they both had some time and met, I think I would for sure have Hermes. I feel like maybe now it could be a bit more up in air, but if I have to put someone, I will say Hermes. What do you think?
I I think Devon.
I kind of had the idea you would say Devon.
I'm feeling like, okay, Jerry fucked up here. Hermes is not necessarily that great. Yeah, of course he's good, but maybe not that good. Maybe he would not really be Jerry in that way normally.
You don't think so? I really think you would do the exact same if Jerry was in a better shape.
Okay.
Like
I don't.
really, like Jerry didn't even get his shoulder anywhere close to winning side, right? Like how would he be? Like how would being a
He
bit
needs to slip and get his trap.
yeah, but he will like Hermes will do the same move. Even say with this, just started in a strap. How does Jerry get his shoulder behind? How does the strap change anything? Like they still start here. Hermes will still move this way.
I don't know. I feel like maybe Jerry lost a lot of power, and
Okay,
normally it will look different.
nice.
But and with Devon, suddenly we have a similar situation where Hermes was fighting Cordecha, someone with long levers, big
Okay.
hand, very smart setup. It might be difficult to control the hand, and suddenly it's a bit uncomfortable. I feel like Hermes is.
You don't think Hermes is better since fighting with Kudesher? Or maybe he hasn't fought some
He
guys like
probably
this.
is, yeah, he probably is, but still,
Like remember, like okay, of course this is just a side table, but Hermes was in Dubai pulling with Vitaly.
uh-huh.
Like that time period where people were calling Hermes the after what not after pull like
Yeah, I remember.
practice table champion, right? But he was still beating Vitaly in practice, right? With
Mm.
the high hand, I think like just like stylistically, maybe Vitaly would be a worse
I
opponent
feel
for
like
Hermes.
Hermes is very easy to push out of his lane. Well, I mean, if you do push Hermes out of his lane, I feel like Hermes would crumble.
I think the one thing that speaks for Devon is his performance against Chafee, right? Because he kind of did better
Right.
against Chafee than Hermes did. That's the one thing I will say. Like people are saying, okay, Davis having neck problems, stuff, whatever. Like still, like if you look at those two performances,
He also
you
did well against Gennady. Yeah, he lost at the end, but
yeah, but yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I would say what was I thinking?
so you're still
Oh yeah,
going. Yeah.
I'm going with Hermes, yeah, for sure. Also, like people say, like even if Devin does get some purchase on Hermes, Hermes can press now. He can flop press and he can press from here. Like he has so many options. I don't really see like
Okay,
even
so
if Devin gets in a king's move, like Hermes can still just press. Like
I am happy that Hermes looks promising. He looked good, right? Because of course we want to see Devon having to fight hard, right?
yeah,
So it might okay. If you feel like Hermes is maybe a bit a small favorite,
I
that's
feel
good.
so. I feel that way. Yeah. So, but
Because
man, that match will
I guess
be
either
insane.
way, I will be enjoying that match actually.
Yeah,
Because if
and I
Devon
think this
loses, it's always great when Devon loses. If
it's
Hermes loses,
always great.
also good.
What do you mean? It's always great when Devin loses?
I just like to see Devon lose. I don't
You
know.
enjoy seeing him lose? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe it would kind of be better for Devin to face Hermes a bit later. Of course, that was probably his plan, right? Like to face Gennady, then face
Mhm.
Dennis, and then maybe Hermes, right? And then Levan or something. If that's kind of maybe that was his natural progression.
Right.
But I still think okay now the match is happening, and I feel like
Yeah. Should be
The
fun.
trash talk like will be insanely good, right? I feel like they should just start now, like going back and forth on YouTube, and because Hermes is so
Yeah.
funny and Devin is funny as well, so it'll probably
Quality
be
pasta.
right. Like when I saw this video like from the hotel where I think just someone, I think maybe it was from Coach Ray's video or something, where they're sitting talking with Justin Bishop and stuff, and Hermes is walking around. Hermes just goes, "Too much quality, my friend. Too much quality." Like this guy's, I don't know, he's
only
just naturally funny, right?
only
Like,
quality.
yeah.
Yeah.
So a bunch of good catchphrases and stuff. It's great.
But yeah, now I remember what I was actually planning to um how I would say vote for Devon or because after I was enjoying Devon's loss to Gennady a lot, and I was saying to myself, okay, now Devon got what he needed, and I would maybe root for him now. But when I see Hermes, maybe I should also root for Hermes because maybe it
You
would be
kind of
fun
feel like
if
it
Devon
was
lost
good for
another one.
Devon to take a loss.
Yeah, because he was winning too much. It's always fun to see some losses.
Did he won with Prudnik before that, right? That was the only match
Prudnik,
before that. Okay, no, yeah, true. He won Sanders and Jordan, but that was
maybe
with
even
that.
Berzeng also.
That was some time ago. But still, yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, yeah, will be fun to see. So now you're maybe rooting for Hermes even, but
Well,
that's still
maybe
not
yeah,
your.
maybe yeah.
Oh, that's okay. So not, but that's different, right? It's different from saying, "Oh, I think one guy will win, and I hope some guy will win," right? Like, so you still think Devon will win,
So I think it would be more fun if Hermes won, but yeah, I
right?
still think that Devon will get it.
Yeah, cool.
So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you,
Yeah,
Marius, for
that was
keeping
fun.
me company.
Right.
It's good that you are still following arm wrestling very closely. Um, I'm sure you probably remember the matches even better than me.
Ah, yeah,
So,
but you were out training on the side, right? So
yeah, I
you
was
were
back
probably
in
not
the
as focused
training.
as me. I was watching it from the TV, so a bit more on focus on the match. It was good. Should we leave it here or answer some?
Yeah,
There's
let's
some
just
good
leave it
questions.
here. Yes,
Ah,
look, somebody is
yeah.
trying to talk about some match with Engen, which
No,
never
yeah,
happened.
because the
Why would
press conference,
why would they ever mention such a thing?
that was funny. That
Ah,
was
no, but I remember the Zloty match.
oh yeah. You always make like you need to just mention this every time you're in like Engen's vicinity. He's gonna go crazy. Like
I feel like it's funny, right?
yeah, it's great. It's really funny
He's
and
immediately exploding a little bit.
and maybe you can kind of get him so mad that he will. I'm not sure if this is a good strategy with Engen. Like I feel like you will maybe get a really focused Engen if you eventually have a match with him. And you probably maybe you want that, but still, like,
This is funny. Waiter.
yeah. I'm still waiting for some guy to make a like a Photoshop of you, like as a waiter in a restaurant or something there with a table. Could be quite good.
Dude.
People really didn't really talk about that too much, so I guess there's not been any guys. Maybe I
But
should
yeah, I
make it.
guess some
I'll
people
make it.
still remember
I'll
this
make
waiter move.
right. Maybe I'll Photoshop a picture of you for next
No,
week.
come on, don't do it.
Yes, for the thumbnail. That'd be good.
But okay,
Yeah,
so thank you
let's
for
close it
today,
off.
Marius.
Yeah, been fun.
Let's see if you have some biceps on you. I'm in my jacket, so not visible. Here we go.
You see anything?
Yeah, heavy, Marius, heavy. See you tomorrow, right?
See you.
Ciao.